Hello and welcome to Cheppy Today. I'm Will and I'll be going through some of the most talked about topics in crypto. If you want to be kept up to date with the discussion, remember to give us a like and to subscribe. So yesterday brought the long-awaited and twice delayed Ethereum upgrade. Well, that should probably be upgrades. This hard fork was unusual in the fact that it was actually two upgrades in one. Constantinople and the lesser known St Petersburg. Ethereum enthusiasts have been waiting for Constantinople since August 2018, when it was delayed due to multiple bugs found on its testnet Ropsten. The new date for the upgrade was then set for January 2019. However, further delays were caused by the unearthing of an exploit, one that would have allowed an attack vector, allowing hackers to withdraw user funds continuously. So yeah, understandably it was delayed. So what happened this time? Did the price dip? Was there another bug found? Was it delayed again? Nope. Everything went off without a hitch, right down to the most minute details. No technical issues, no chain splits. In fact, the biggest drama to come out of this upgrade is that it occurred at 7:55 PM UTC, as opposed to the predetermined time, 7:45. Bloody delays again. So what did the upgrades actually achieve? First up, St Petersburg. So the considerably less hyped St Petersburg upgrade acted more as an eraser, deleting the previously and failed Constantinople upgrade from the Ropsten testnet, and therefore was simply there to ensure the smooth running of Constantinople. The next one is much more hyped. Constantinople itself. There was two updates in particular that were getting everyone hot under the collar, both with extremely catchy titles. Ethereum Improvement Protocol, or EIP 1052, and EIP 1234. Firstly, EIP 1052, aka the introduction of new opcodes. This update affected Ethereum contracts, making them far more efficient, and reducing the cost or gas it takes to implement certain on-chain actions. That's because contracts on the Ethereum blockchain are required to validate and check other contracts via a piece of code known as a bytecode. EIP 1052 introduced a new opcode that only checks the hash of a contract's bytecode, rather than checking the entire bytecode, something which has proven extremely costly and inefficient, especially in larger contracts. The hope with this upgrade is that it not only reduces the cost of some actions on-chain, but also opens up further viability of Ethereum's use by larger enterprises. Next up, the big kahuna of updates, the one that will impact the Ethereum ecosystem from miners to investors and everything in between. EIP 1234, aka the delay of the difficulty bomb and block reward adjustment. So the term difficulty bomb has been used to denote the increasing levels of difficulty when mining Ether, which will eventually lead to an ice age in which users jump ship to find a more profitable cryptocurrency to mine, hence the bomb. The Ethereum network is literally set to implode. The difficulty bomb was specifically designed to detonate. Now you may be sitting there thinking, ETH developers have some pretty masochistic tendencies, and you may be right, everyone's entitled to their kink. However, preferences aside, there was a reason for this self-destruction, and that was incentivization, or more appropriately, a disincentive. Because when ETH eventually makes the switch to proof of stake, some miners may still mine via proof of work. Due to this, the difficulty bomb was put in place, in order to detract miners from using proof of work, and incentivize a transition to proof of stake. However, Casper, the upgrade responsible for implementing proof of stake, isn't ready, and thus the difficulty bomb has to be delayed for 12 months via EIP 1234 in order to avoid a premature ice age for ETH. The update also included a block reward adjustment, reducing the block reward from 3 ETH to 2 ETH per block, in order to supplement the delay. So what does this mean for price? Well, as we found out last night, the markets didn't really move. In fact, ETH was surprisingly stable, even for an average day on the markets. And this isn't a bad thing. Now, the first theory relating to price was propagated prior to the fork, and posited that the reduction of a block reward would result in a short-term downtrend for ETH. This was due to speculation that miners would sell ETH in order to cover the increased cost of mining. However, thankfully, not much has come from that yet. The second theory is more long-term, and uses the economic model of supply and demand, simply stating that due to a reduction in the block reward, ETH would exhibit a lower supply, and thus should yield a higher demand on the market. This, combined with a potentially, and dare I say it, imminent bull run, could see ETH fly. With its foundations rejuvenated, and the fact that it's of course correlated with the overall market, it may just need some encouragement before we see any liftoff. Overall, this upgrade has gone extremely well, especially with one with such turbulence leading up to it. In fact, compared to the relatively recent, and let's face it, hellish Bitcoin Cash fork, we can be glad the ETH upgrade went as it did, with minimal dramas. All things considered, things are actually looking up for Ethereum, even despite its slightly coloured recent history. Hopefully this is the start of a turning point for ETH, so I guess we better watch this space. But as always, we'd love to hear your take on the topics discussed. What did you think about Ethereum's upgrade? Too boring? Or just what the project needed? So leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.